Hello and welcome back to the 6th lesson, I think, in my free series, Get Started in Photoshop. In this lesson, I'm going to share with you how to change the colour of something. So here we have a lovely pair of training shoes, photographed from Ryan Plomp on Unsplash. So thank you very much for sharing your image. Let's come over to our layers panel and I'm going to duplicate my layer, Command or Control J to duplicate and turn off the bottom layer. This is our originals copy just in case. And I'm going to select the layer. So I'm making sure I'm on the layer I want to work on with the white box around it. Okay, so we're going to make an adjustment. So we want an adjustment layer. We don't want to do anything directly to the image because we're practicing good non-destructive editing. So I've clicked on my icon for my adjustments, my adjustment layers. I'm going to come up and select hue and saturation. Now it's given me, that's the options. So here they are appeared above, and this is the mask. So I'm sat on my options box. Now I just want you to have these skills right from the get-go. So I want to share with you this button here, the finger. Click on it, and as you can see, my cursor has now turned into the eyedropper tool. And this tool allows you to pick a specific colour. So I could, if I turn this off, I could just come in here and I can change the colour of everything by pulling these sliders up and down, bring up the saturation, turn the lightness and darkness up and down. And obviously, as I come through, this is giving me some lovely colours that I really enjoy. But what if I only want to change the yellow? This button here, click on it, you know it's selected because as you come away, your eyedropper appears in place of the cursor. Let's say we'd like to change the yellow. So I've clicked once on the yellow and you'll see now the yellow has appeared where it said master, it's now selected yellow. So you could have come and used the drop down menu as well, but if you'd like to use the colour picker, you can be more specific. I'm now just going to pull my slider and as you can see, all it's doing is changing the yellows. So I can pull around, and if I like the green, I could then say I'd like a bit more saturation, or I'd like a bit less saturation. Actually, I'd like it a bit darker with a bit more saturation or a bit less. And so you can tweak it to however you would like it. Now, what if you want to change more than one colour? So you can now come to your blues and change that. And it's only going to change the blues, the shades of blue. And if we go with a nice pink, and we're happy with that, so we could come back out to our hue and saturation layer and say thank you very much and carry on with our work. And don't forget, you can always come back here, and you also have the option to paint black on this mask to get rid of any of this adjustment that you do not like. So let's click on the mask. We're now on our mask and we're looking to paint an invisibility cloak over some of the hue and saturation adjustment we've just done. So I grab my brush over here on the left panel. I make sure it's black. Okay, we don't need that. And we'll come on to there and let's paint black on there. So what we are doing is covering up some of the adjustment we have just made. So we changed that blue floor to pink. We don't want the pink showing. We like the blue, but we kind of want the pink back here. So I've just painted out with an invisibility cloak. I've covered up some of the adjustment because this is the mask for the adjustment layer. You can always step back with Command or Control Z. And the other thing I would point out is because we didn't make any change to the white of the lace, I've painted straight over the top of it and it's made no difference because all it is doing, remember, is painting or masking with its invisibility cloak the adjustment. So because we made no adjustment to the laces, it's not going to make any difference when I paint black. All it's going to do is return the colour to the original blue that we can now see underneath on this layer because we've painted a mask over the adjustment we just did. And if we want to go back the other way, come back over here, turn this back to white, go back over it, and all we are doing is removing the invisibility cloak that we've just placed over our adjustment, which is here. And of course, if you suddenly think, oh, I don't want that adjustment anywhere in that stack, you can drag it up and down the stack, pop it underneath, apply it to the layer below, or you could just sit on it and hit delete and get rid of it. So that is how you create a colour change in Photoshop. As with everything in Photoshop, there are many ways to do this, but that is just one of the really quick and easy ways to either change the whole colour of the whole image or to use the master drop-down menu and select a colour range to change. Alternatively, use your finger to pick a colour from the image and change just that colour. You might just want to change the saturation or the brightness. And the other option in here is colorize, which is great fun. And that's just pulling the sliders up and down and you are applying a colour, like a monotone colour, duotone I think they call it, to the entire image by clicking the colorize button. Turn that off and you get back to where you were before. So there you go, how to change the colour of something in Photoshop. I hope that was useful and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Bye for now.